Talking about crazy bastards, man. Talking about crazy bastards. Jonathan Anderson exits Loewe. Unfortunately, Jonathan Anderson has called time on his time over there at Loewe. A really sad time in fashion, to be completely honest. Some people are, saying the rumors are he's going to go to Christian Dior. But regardless of where he ends up, I think him leaving Loewe is really sad. I feel like the story isn't done yet. He still has a lot more to give. And I'm really annoyed that he didn't have the opportunity to get a real good send-off. The last collection was done as a presentation type thing where the clothes were put on mannequins. He didn't have an opportunity to do a whole runway show and have people fly in for the show and have certain people model, really, centered down on the fucking soundtrack and whatever it may be. Get his flowers at the end of the show, do the whole crying thing, thank everybody as he walks down the catwalk one final time. I feel like considering what he's done for Loewe, especially in modern time, because I feel like if you're really plugged into fashion, you would probably know of Loewe. But I feel like, in the contemporary world, or especially nowadays, I don't think anybody would have been that familiar with Loewe and the power of that brand, if not for Jonathan Anderson's time there. And I feel like he deserved the opportunity to really get a proper farewell, a proper goodbye, thank you for my time here. But he didn't, unfortunately, get that. So, not RIP. Godspeed to Jonathan Anderson on his next journey. This is courtesy of Vogue. After an 11-year run, Jonathan Anderson is leaving Loewe. The house said on Monday that it experienced exceptional growth under his direction, and according to Chief Executive Officer Pascal Lepoivet, or is that how you say his name? Lepoivet or Pascal, he has risen to new heights and international recognition. While reflecting on 11 years, I've been lucky enough to be surrounded by people with imagination and skill. As I said in the statement, while my chapter draws to a close, Loewe story will continue for many years to come. I look on with pride, watching it continue to grow, the amazing Spanish brand I once called home. Sydney Toledo, advisor LVMH chairman, and Bernard Arnault consider Anderson to be amongst the very best. Now, it's weird because they said that he experienced exceptional growth there. I'm sure the sales were up. They kept opening more stores. I kept seeing more and more people wearing the clothes, wearing the bags especially. So I wonder why he did end up leaving, because I feel like with fashion, there's no coincidence. You don't just leave places, especially if you're doing well. Maybe there's a reshuffle going on. The same thing happened at Kering with Demna, because they left, because it looks like Demna didn't leave Balenciaga. It looks like they told him to leave and put him at fucking, at Gucci, because it's underperforming. So maybe this is the same sort of thing. Maybe they see what he done at Loewe and they want him to do it at another brand like maybe Dior, because maybe Dior's struggling at the current moment. Who fucking knows? He did actually put out a statement vis-a-vis his own Instagram page. So big up Jonathan Anderson, which I screenshotted here to read. 11 years ago, I was given the most incredible opportunity to write a chapter in a story that is now 179 years old. Since my first day at Loewe, I found the kindred spirits in the design studio and the atelier, whose talents were and still are the second to none. Thank you for sharing your craft. Over the last 11 years, I have been lucky enough to be surrounded by people with imagination, skills, tenacity, resourcefulness, and to find a way to say yes to all my wildly ambitious ideas. Looking back, I've come to realize that a brand is not built on the first show or even the first year of shows. It's built slowly, season upon season, year upon year, and on what is right for a brand. One of my proudest achievements is launching the Craft Prize. We created a platform that genuinely supports and gives visibility to vanishing crafts, young makers and old masters, and new ideas. I would like to thank the foundation team, the members of the jury, the expert panel for their time and dedication. Since day one, I envisioned creating a cultural brand. This idea relied heavily on the trust and the generosity of many artists, craftspeople, estates, foundations, and museums, galleries who contributed to their work, and I'm sincerely grateful to you all. Thank you to all of those who supported me and my vision, to the people who made every show possible, and to those who appeared in campaigns, who wrote articles, brought products, and simply liked a post. You have made this all possible. They say all good things come to an end, but I disagree. While my own chapter draws to a close, Loewe's story will continue for many years to come, and I'll look on with pride. Love, Jonathan. What a beautiful statement too, by the way. What a beautiful farewell statement. Honestly, Godspeed to Jonathan Anderson. I'm sure he's going to land on his feet. Jonathan Anderson brand is going from strength to strength, and it feels like this is more of a reshuffle than him getting booted out because the sales are not doing well, or you leave because they want you to go somewhere else because you're overperforming. They want you to sprinkle some of that stardust on a brand that's underperforming. But I did decide to put together a little compilation of some of my greatest favorites looks from Loewe over the years. that Jonathan Anderson's put together, specifically for the menswear shows here. So you can kind of get an idea on some of the amazing things that he was responsible for, some of the things that went viral, some of the things that, you know, became a trend in itself, some of the things that have become mainstays in menswear and have been kind of been iterated out from time to time again. Accessories, the styling nods, some of the colors, the patterns, the shirting, like great stuff, especially for menswear. When it comes to menswear stuff, his shows were always really fun, always really well done. Even just the cut of the trousers too, right? These high water, pedal pusher-esque trousers, I feel like he kind of ushered that to be a trend, especially with some of the turn-up trousers. I think I've got a pair in my wardrobe at the moment that I haven't worn yet, and also a cardigan, a really long kind of like technicolor cardigan that I'll probably end up wearing sometime soon, maybe when I go to Berlin soon. But obviously, Jonathan Anderson fucking smashed it. Really did amazing work while out there at Loewe. Not even including all the collaboration pieces he done with Uniqlo. Those bits are still fucking resonating and still fucking sitting well with people nowadays as well. These shirts, I remember, did numbers. They had the streets on lock, by the way. These fucking Poplin shirts, they had definitely the streets on lock. I remember there was a moment in time where everyone was fucking dressed head to toe in this stuff. Some of the looks, especially in the fucking looks for the collection itself. I think this wasn't even an editorial with the twins. This was actually a look that was taken from the actual collection itself on Vogue. And obviously one of my recent favorite collections as well was this. I think this is 2022. That features the bondage pants that I wanted for the longest time, and as well some of the wallabies as well that are featured on there too. The bags, the patterns, the colors, always fucking good. Never afraid to use colors as well. And I always love these collections because, you know, you see him at the end of the shows and he looks nothing like the person that put the collections together. You know, that's a really interesting thing about Jonathan Anderson. He looks nothing like his shows. He dresses very modestly, very plainly, in basically muted colors, just basically what navies and blacks and shit. None of the colors and the extravagance that he puts into the collections. But look at this look, man. This is perfect. This is me coded all the way. The oversized sweater, the bondage trousers, that are a little bit cropped, with the fucking crepe sole shoes, like so fucking good, man. Everything is so fucking great. Even this look here with the boots that are kind of stacked up towards there, they look really nice as well. And that trench coat, the oversized cardigans, the twist on proportions. This with the knitwears stitched on top of each other as well as a fucking amazing look. He has so many great moments, man. So big up Jonathan Anderson. Big up Jonathan Anderson. Godspeed. Hopefully he lands on his feet over there at Christian Dior and does some other great, amazing things going forward.